What's going on, everyone? My name is Cynic, and welcome to Pandoran Arsenal episode number 3. This is, of course, a series where I take each and every piece of legendary equipment you can find here inside of Borderlands 3, from grenade mods to artifacts, class mods to weapons themselves. You name it, I got it, all of it here for you. And of course, at the end of each one of these videos, the item of discussion is given away 100% completely for free. So be sure to subscribe as well as turn on those notifications to boost your chances of being the first one to see these videos and get some free legendaries. Today we have a pretty interesting weapon. We're going back to the Torgue manufacturing company, only this time it is a pistol. This is a double penetrating potent Roisens Thorns. This item has a 576 item score. It does corrosive damage on top of its explosive naturally, since it is a Torgue weapon. It does 101 plus splash damage radius. It consumes 2 bullets per shot, has a plus 69% projectile speed, and obviously since it is corrosive, it's very effective against armor. Additionally, stuck gyro jets increase damage by 25% each, because this weapon does have 2 alternate firing modes. You have impact, which does a little bit of a carpeting effect, so to speak. It's really good at clearing out enemies, especially when there's a lot of them, specifically tinks, or if you're dealing with a handful of jabbers or even spider ants. Really anything that doesn't have too much health, which seems to be those enemies in particular. And then you have the alternate firing mode, which allows you to stick enemies with gyro jets, which, as we've seen, each individual gyro jet that gets stuck does an additional 25% damage. This alternate firing mode is perfect for concentrating fire on one specific target. Now, looking at its elemental effects, corrosive damage is obviously strong against armor and can cause targets to melt. Melting deals high damage over a 5-second duration. I also feel like it's very important to note that I am playing as Moze here, and I do have a few skill trees active that has the possibility of lighting enemies on fire. So at any point during this gameplay, if you see any enemies catch fire, it's most likely from my Moze's abilities and not from the weapon itself. Now, going back to the stats, obviously it's a corrosive weapon, so it's very effective versus armor, and since it's explosive, it's very useful against health. Now, according to this, it's at its weakest against shielded enemies, but if you use it in its sticky firing mode and cover shielded enemies with these explosives, which can be triggered either by switching back to its impact firing mode or just simply reloading your weapon, it's very effective at eating through enemy shields. I mean, right here, I'm using it to take down Kilovolt, who's oddly enough immune to any type of electric element effects, so the Roisens Thorn was a little bit of a lifesaver right here. But it seems like even though its elements page wasn't really in favor of using this weapon against shielded enemies, I'm assuming that's in respect to its impact firing mode, because again, if I use it, or if you use it in its sticky mode, it is actually eating through shields pretty effectively, versus its impact mode, which is not only all over the place, but gonna take you a lot more shots to wear that shield down. Now finally, I ended up finding my Roisens Thorn in an area by the name Wayward Tether. This is an Iridian proving ground, and it was actually dropped by a thieving jabber for me. I also ended up getting another one from the Slaughter Shaft, which is a survival like arena where you gotta survive 5 rounds, and each round is you trying to survive 5 waves of enemies. So it does look like the Roisens Thorns can be obtained from any lootable source, because in both cases I got it from just random enemy drops. Again, these drops were in Mayhem mode tier 3, so the chances of me finding any type of legendary in general are greatly increased. I recommend you just try to farm all your legendaries in Mayhem mode tier 3 if you can, because as of right now, that's most likely where you're gonna find the strongest versions of your guns. So there you guys have it. That is the double penetrating potent Roisens Thorns. Let me know what you guys think down in the comment section below. Again, in 48 hours I'm going to be giving this one in particular away, so if you want to be the one to get your hands on this gun completely 100% free, then by all means feel free to write down your PlayStation ID or Twitter handle below, so that way I can contact you to send you this free weapon. But there you guys have it. But like always, guys, my name is Cynic. Thank you all so much for watching. Hopefully you guys did enjoy it, or at least found it useful. But until next time, my friends, I'll see you all later.